Hi, wishing you a very happy and a vibrant day. Myself, Sushmita Sao, and today I'm going to take the next chapter of social science, and that is understanding secularism. It's very important to understand all these terms, like we have already discussed in our constitution, the different terms, and had a short note on it. Now, it is very important to understand each and every term individually. I'm referring to NCRT books, especially with 6th, 7th, and 8th, but this is too good for the computations also. So let's begin understanding secularism. So before we start with this, I would like to define that what is state and government. We need to know the difference between the two. So let's try to understand that first. Now the word state is often used in the chapters or when we say this. It does not refer to the state government. The government can change with after every election. We know the government changes, or it may continue. The same government may also continue. But when we talk about the state, whenever I say state, the state on the other hand refers to the political situation that represents a sovereign people who occupy a definite territory. We can thus speak of the Indian state, the Nepali state, etc. The India has a democratic form of government. The government is a part of the state, and the state refers more than just a government and cannot be used interchangeably with it. I hope so you might have understood this, that what is a state and what is the government. There is difference between these two terms. Now let us start with what is secularism. We all understand as we talk about secularism, we try to relate it with the religions. And yes, with India, it's a sovereign country, and it practices secularism. Though there is lots of difference between the practice of Indian secularism, which I'll be discussing later. So now let us talk, referring to the chapter number 2 of NCRT book. Let us start with what is secularism. What is secularism? So we talk about fundamental rights also here. Now, Indian constitution, we all know that it allows individual the freedom to live by their religion, by their religious beliefs, and practice the religion they want to, and in the way they want to. In keeping with the ideas of religious freedom for all, India has adapted a strategy of separating the power of religion and power of state. मतलब कि इंडिविजुअल जो है वो अपने हिसाब से अपना रिलीजन या अपना धर्म चुन सकता है, उसमें स्टेट का कोई लेना देना नहीं होता है. And secularism refers to this separation of religion from the state. And secularism का मतलब यही है कि religion में कोई भी state का interference नहीं होगा. And that is the main basic difference between the India as a secular country. Now here's a very nice picture they have given in the books of NCRT. They are showing different types of religion, and then their people standing with the different traditional wear also. Now let us see, why is it important to separate religion from the state? क्यों हम state और religion को differ करें? यहाँ इन लोगों ने 2 point में describe किया. The first point is कि अगर state कोई religion को अपना लेता है तो वो हो सकता है कि दूसरे रिलीजन के साथ डिस्क्रिमिनेट करे. It may discriminate the other religion and may force the people, the dominant group may force the other people to take their religion, which is against the secularism and the fundamental right also. And then the second reason is that within the group also, that within the group practicing the same religion, there might be different teachings or might be different beliefs. Like अगर हम देखें तो Hinduism में we have untouchability also. So if the state has the power and if the head of the state believes in untouchability, he may encourage it, or if he does not believe, he may discourage it. So that's why the state does not need to have any you can say that any attachments to the religion. By saying attachments, I mean any inclination to a particular religion. It should be free from the religion. Now, what is Indian secularism? अब इंडियन सेक्युलरिज्म क्या है, क्यों ये डिफर है? सी, द इंडियन सेक्युलरिज्म, द फर्स्ट थिंग वी नीड टू से, एंश्योर्स द फॉलोइंग, दैट वन रिलीजियस कम्युनिटी डज नॉट डोमिनेट द अदर. तुम अपना धर्म अपनाओ, हम अपना अपनाएंगे. ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो धर्म हम अपना रहे हैं वो अच्छा है और तुम भी उसे अपनाओ. Similarly, that some member do not dominate other member of the same religious community. Like just now I took the example of untouchability, that एक ही religious को मानने वाले भी अलग अलग beliefs को मानते हैं. तो जो डोमिनेट ग्रुप का बिलीव है वो दूसरों को फोर्स नहीं करे उसी को मानने. दैट द स्टेट डज नॉट एनफोर्स एनी पर्टिकुलर रिलीजियस नॉट टेक अवे द रिलीजियस फ्रीडम ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल. स्टेट कोई भी रिलीजियस फ्रीडम किसी की नहीं लेता है. The Indian state works in various ways to prevent the above domination. अब जो स्टेट है वो इन सब को मानने में, मनाने में या ये सब सही चले इसको देखती है. The Indian state is not ruled by a religious group and nor does it support any one religion. In India, government space like law, court, police stations, government schools and offices are not supposed to display or promote any one religion. We should believe this. We should always keep in our mind that the government buildings cannot display any one religion or can force the people to believe in one of the religion. Very good examples are given that in a school, people in a government school, people are asking to celebrate some of the function and where the principal refuses because they don't want to encourage only one community festival. So this is the way, like, the government people are not permitted to exhibit or to take side of one of the religion. So and the third way in which India works to prevent the domination listed earlier is through strategy of intervention. That is, if they see that some people are violating the laws, the state main is law and none of the religion can violate the law. This has to always be kept in the mind that rules does not need to be violated or special permission has to be given by the state to not to obey, or special permission is given for on the religious basis. And similarly, like we said, in one group only there can be upper caste also and the lower caste also. Like I had a talk about the untouchability. One group may agree with it, one group does not. So the constitution or the Indian government interferes here and give the law and makes the law for it, and everybody, the citizens, have to abide with this law. So this is the major difference between the secularism. Now there is a point also, in what way is Indian secularism different from the other democratic countries? Very nicely it is described. Some of the above objectives are similar to those that has been included in constitution of secular democratic countries in other parts of the world. Even US, it is a democratic country, but here also the amendment of US Constitution prohibits legislature from making laws respecting an establishment of the religion. While as in India, there is one significant way in which Indian secular differ from the dominant understanding of secularism practiced in United States of America. This is because unlike the strict separation between religion and the state in American secularism and Indian secularism, the state intervene in religious affairs. I hope so you have understood that the state has the power to intervene in religious affairs, while as in US the state does not have that power. So that is the way the Indian constitution, the state, secularism democratic secularism in India is different, and we all are proud to be Indians, and staying in this country is really a bliss. And we all need to implement our fundamental rights and need to abide with the Indian state secularism. And Indian state secularism is, the Indian state is secular and works in various ways to prevent religious dominance. With this, thank you very much. Bye.